following video may contain foul language and depiction of drug or alcohol use. It's recommended parental guidance for any kids watching. But it's important for everyone to see this stuff on every level or hear about it. And other than that, it's just music. But autonomous coming into effect and connecting the Texas grid is the end of Texas, and that's the end of our chances to even have one spot to hold, have a stand. It's it. There's more empty places in the U.S. More residences, more apartments, more houses that are empty than there is people to fill them. If we wanted to fill them all, you can't count if they have a house and a vacation house, they only get to pick one. That's what I'm saying. If we've got more supply than demand, then why is it so expensive? Everybody should have a place to live, and that's right. They should have a place for them in whatever they call their family. You can't define family, it's kinda what you make it. Another freestyle by Kyle B. Taylor, that's Johnny Cash if you wanna know. I'm right here in Lago Vista Worth Bend, and it's safe for anybody to come through that's not a law enforcement or working for them, right? Yeah. Because they're only one, yeah, that I know is safe right now, and she's not the op. You know what I'm saying? It's the last day. The last day, then tomorrow is her May. A teenage bride with a baby inside getting high. Only insulation. A teenage bride with a baby inside getting high on information. Buy me a star on the boulevard, cause I'm in Californication. That means I've been getting sex forced on me. They've been fornicating all over my life. Yeah, they've been fornicating me, alright. And I've been saying no, and they keep forcing it on me. And they've been doing that since I was about 34 years old. Because I had stopped that when I was a young boy. You know that. Yeah, I started smoking cigarettes at age 8. That's the worst habit that I ever picked up. I never was able to set it down, but look, my teeth are turning white on their own. I haven't even brushed in a few days, cause there's no one around, and I'm depressed, and I'm a real bad boy, and when got no reason, no kids, no family. Yeah, that'll make you get real lonely. You know that people aren't meant to be alone. You know what the opposite of community is? Addiction. You know how I know that? Because the opposite of addiction is community. They can't be equal if they're not equal. It can't be opposites. It doesn't go both ways. Transitive properties of math. Math works always. You can ask what's his name, Jason Riggs from friggin' Biggs from American Pie. It's right there with Ryan Lartigue. Hello, I still win. I know a superhero, yeah, but he's low key. Wasn't the Big Dad movie, yeah, pissing on walls with his son in public. Yeah, you know that is technically a crime, you see, even though he's just making a movie. If they really peed there, then they just did that. Hey, you can't give a permission for another adult to expose himself in front of a child. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, but you can't say that if he looked or he didn't. That's why I say I sit down to piss when I'm at home. It's good for my prostate and my libido, my colon and all of my other stuff down there. And what's good for that is good for my morning temp pops right up every day. That I'm 40 years old, and so I say. And if my daughter ever walked in on me, she would never see anything. It never happened, but but that what if it, and especially when you're having other kids sleep over and you're a single dad with no one around, and that's a lot of trust from the mothers. My daughter Hunter, like she's my third daughter, but she's like the oldest. Except for my sister's also my daughter too because I was her guardian. Yeah, but now then she went back to my sister, so it's like Jerry Springer and kind of hard to understand. But we go through these phases. If you know, you know. If you don't know. But when I was 19, I was her guardian. Yeah, she lived at my place because she was getting bullied in Lago. And she wanted to finish school, you see. So she came to Redstone Ranch and lived with me. When I worked for the city of Lago Vista, I broke my back working for the city, literally, and drove myself to the hospital. But I'm not qualified to work for the POA to open up gates because my criminal record's too bad. But I can walk into any POA anytime that it's open, and I'm on the list like a property owner, with full access and full control over adding people, getting new cars, getting stickers. Like I think that makes me a property owner. Uh, my mom's name's still on there because I'm waiting until I'm on there long enough to get homestead for me. It's locked in, and I don't get access to my assets. I don't get access to my assets until I'm married again. And there's gotta be a prenup that goes both ways, but it's gonna say that whoever gets taken care of and gets what they have and that they brought in, plus a part of whatever they're going to need to be. But you know that it doesn't have to be on paper. With my group, my home girls, they always knew that my mom would be living with me again someday, not right now, but someday. I know that I'm never going to put her in a home, 'cause that's all she ever asked for. Yeah, her mom did have that problem, and someone forced her into a home because my dad's a dick, yo. 'Cause he wouldn't let her come here, even though it is clear that she never lost a dime in those times. It was just to see if Dad would let her come without the money, without the fucking money. That's why she locked herself away from her own, because she was in that club, MWOA, but now it's probably of the world today, but originally it was America, they say, yeah. My granny, she is crazy, yeah, married the most times you can be in Texas, in the U.S. or whatever. It's like a limit of 7 or 10 or whatever. Yeah, she did that all the way, but she was all in with all of her husbands, you see, and she took care of them, and they left her everything that's not against the rules. She's not a black widow. She did not hurt them, no. She just rocked it till the wheels fell off, yeah. Showed them a good time, yeah. And they treated them however they wanted to be treated. That's all you can do, yeah. Some people like to get slapped around, but no, so no, not me. It's gotta be willingly, yeah, you know. Pain can feel good, I do want some more ink, yeah, I need to feel that vibrating burn so I don't go and vibrate out and go ink down, you know, with my ink pen.
Here's how to never have to worry about money after a car accident. Listen, if you have been in a car accident in the past year, even as a passenger, you can
Be smart, kids.
significant cash
Don't cuss.
Insurance companies do not want you to know this.
And if you know it's wrong, it's wrong.
So they can send you a low offer,
And
hoping you accept it just to be done with the hassle.
find someone you trust and tell them what's going on. I know it's hard. Just tell them, and they'll get you away from it. Love y'all. Love everybody in the world. I don't like everybody. And there's some people I will punch in the mouth if I see them. But I love them so much. I hope I never see them. But they know that. They know I will. And agreed upon fights in Texas are perfectly legal. It doesn't, and it can't be just males on males. Like if a dude and a chick want to fight and they both agree upon it, then it's agreed upon. It's perfectly legal. Otherwise, it's sexist if it's not.
Let me tell you about Josh. When Josh first